know I mentioned our pain aware campaign that we launched. And as an extension of that, as we've ramped ABM in my time at the company, we've been wanting to get more strategic with how we craft and execute on ABM campaigns. So we have two core business segments that are super high priority for us. And historically, our campaigns in 6 Sense have been pretty generic, pretty awareness driven. I mean, primarily because that was what we were hyper focused on. So when we started working with Trust Radius, we wanted to drive segmentation according to account buying phase, content type. We have a really strong repository of legacy content, but hadn't been super strategic on how we're aligning the buying phase with the offer. So the goal of this project was to level up account engagement, smarter segmentation, and think about creatively what the continuity of a campaign looks like from end to end for these two segments. So if we go to the next slide, I can show you a preview of kind of what we put together. And this is a good example of one of the middle of funnel ads that we crafted. As you can see, we've got our Trust Radius badge. We have social proof. So that's a real quote from a review on our profile. But truly, we came up with a 3-pronged strategy. So we have ads that are positioned for consideration, decision, and purchase. And this is in one of those flows, but we're also running ads that offer key content that's performing. We're also running ads that point to contact us or get a demo, and a combination of landing pages like the example you see here with our Trust Radius reviews embedded, as well as things like on-demand webinars, ebooks, and other assets. And it has been really successful. So we can go to the next slide and I can show you the results so far. And over 15% of our accounts in these tracks increase their buying stage. So we have segment 1 accounts, a 56% increase, segment 2, a combination of increases in their stage, and a huge amount of engagement. One KPI that, Alex, I'm so glad you brought to my attention is the view through rate. And when I think more and more about our target audience, so we're working with C-suite level executives in finance and accounting. They're whip smart, they're super busy. The majority probably wouldn't click through an ad, but when we think about our view through rate, 2 times the number of people who are seeing these ads in these carefully crafted campaign tracks were more likely to land on our site than if we were positioning ads just for our target account list. So that was a really exciting finding for us. And we're excited to grow and layer on top of this effort.
And I think too, Emily, like one of the great things that you mentioned, and we talked a little bit about this earlier, is just being so strategic in your content and using the data to like really target that audience. And I think that's really important, right? Like we've all got different size marketing organizations, but there's content that we get excited about or that we want to push, but like really thinking through, if my buyer's in this part of their journey, like what do they want to do? Do they want to fill out a form? Do they want to watch a webinar? Like what's important to them? And so I love hearing like how you guys really thought through that and created these like strategic targets for your accounts and really thinking through that content experience.
It's really easier said than done, because when you think about the content, you're like, is the landing page up to date? Is the messaging matching our current strategy? What's the creative look like? And is the creative consistent across all those phases too? Like, are you telling the same story? So 100%. It's definitely, yeah, baby steps, but the rewards are there for sure.